Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm your favorite frag hag, Linda. Really glad to have you here. So today, it's all about indulgence and sins. I'm getting Catholic on your arm. I'm taking part of a collaboration, 7 Deadly Sins, along with lots of fabulous fragrance reviewers. Please stick around to the end of the video to see who else is taking part and check their out to start the sin parade. Lust. That's a tricky one. I was thinking, should I pick up what fragrance I yearn for the most, that I long for, that I would like to buy, that I don't own? But I thought it's more fun to give you something that I actually do have in my collection. But it's kind of a little bit of both, because I don't own a full bottle of this. It's Reine de Nuit by Byredo. I only have a sample. And I go and sniff this so much. I've tried to warn it a few times and I just can't stop sniffing myself. But I don't feel like it's something I want to wear all the time. Or the contraire, someone really attractive could be wearing this, and it's got that slightly boozy, resinous, mysterious, yeah, the scent of this is intoxicating. So this is the lust on someone else, I might say. But I am set to get Mojave Ghost as a full bottle from Byredo. So that's a lust too, but I've already talked about that one, haven't I? Gluttony. Yeah, so my mind was wandering into gourmands, fragrances that resemble eat or drink. Look, we're talking about fragrances. So which fragrances do I keep spraying on, applying, sniffing, and overindulging in, spraying too much? These two. They're both Muglers, and I couldn't really pick between them because they have the same effect on me. Sometimes I really fancy Angel Eau de Toilette, and sometimes I fancy Aura or Sensuelle. They got the same hypnotic, narcotic ability. One hit is not enough. I need another fix, and I need it quite quickly. So I overindulge, I overspray. They're everywhere. On my clothes, on my hair, everywhere. They're just, oh my God, layering this could be incredible. Well, the pride of my collection is Roja Parfums Elixir. It's a gorgeous rose fragrance. I'm wearing it today. It's so fruity, it's so delicate, it's happy, feminine, and to be honest, you know, I wouldn't have this in my collection if it wasn't for the fact that I want it. Ha, should I be humble? Yes, pride is the sin where you shouldn't stick in people's faces of what you've got and they don't. I can't be asked. I'm gonna put a fragrance on. I know what I get. It's super cheap. I can get loads and loads on and people will not be offended, yada yada. Exclamation. It's been my sloth fragrance since the 90s. And this year I found Red Door Shimmer by Elizabeth Arden. I got 100 milliliter with a super cheap flimsy plastic cap. So yeah, of course, I got it so cheap that it's almost like they paid me in the shop. Take this, you know, so Yeah, of course I did. It's like, it's not very long lasting, but it doesn't matter. You can just spray it on, loads of it. And the dry down is like a fruity, more modern take of Samsara or Red Door for that matter. I get that kind of like sensual, semi-oriental dry down, but way, way, way more modern. Doesn't last long, so sprayed everywhere. But I mean, this is the no makeup day wearing Crocs fragrance. Okay. Next one is Wrath. Wow. This is not an easy one. Which fragrance in my collection am I mostly pissed off at? Well, Shalimar, Soufflé Intense. I'm not pissed off with this one. This is a gorgeous syrupy, orangey vanilla. It's incredible. But the idea of Shalimar, the OG Shalimar, I swear this is a completely different video. But I love the idea of Shalimar. I love the fantasy of Shalimar. I love the fairy tale behind it. I just wish I could love it. Every time I sprayed it on me, it smells like cat pee. I'm not the only one that has that experience. I'm sure a lot of you have too. After a while, the dry down settles and the vanilla amps up on it. And it's basically like a cat then peed on like a lemon meringue. Yeah. But I have this thing, I have this theory. I think one day my nose will start to love it. It's not happened yet, but I'm not giving up. So every time I go into a fragrance shop, I spray some and test it. For 20 years I've been doing this. I know, it's not normal. And last time I did, I actually thought, wow, this is not bad. Maybe I need a little bit of cat pee in my life. Shalimar, Wrath, why are you so difficult to love? Are you a bottle freak too? Do you love your bottles? Do you like them to be on the shelf and it looks pretty and you love looking at them and smelling them? Then you know what I'm talking about. Then you're not one of those people that have one signature fragrance and you wear that one every day at every occasion until the last drop is used up. Seriously, that's like people that only eat, pardon me, those kind of people that only eat one tiny little square of chocolate or one potato crisp. Come on, that's impossible. For me, greed started with this one. Tresor from Lancôme. The original spicy rose fragrance that I used to wear in the 90s. So I think I've owned about 2 or 3 of these bottles and used them up and I really like it. But time moves on and it starts to feel a little bit dated. But then they started releasing these flankers. The latest acquisition is Nude. Coconut, vanilla, sensual, mega long lasting, super gourmandy. Most gorgeous, gorgeous bottle in the world. La Nuit Tresor Musc Diamant. My favorite musk in my collection. It's musk, vanilla and violet leaf. Diamond. Okay. Nighttime sexiness. La Nuit Tresor à la folie. Berry, syrupy, mysterious, a bit of pencil shavings. Nighttime sex pot of a fragrance. And then, obviously, La Nuit Tresor. Chocolate crystal, my son calls it. It's a gourmandy, sweet fragrance. A lot of like praline, vanilla. It's just a safeguard. It's super, super sweet and very pretty. But do I need 5 of these? Probably not. The La Nuit Tresor line has released more fragrances. I think Midnight Rose or something like that. And I used to have them as samples, like the mini bottles. And I gave them away because they had the wrong shape. Greed! Greed can do this to you. I like this diamond shape. Who doesn't like that? Envy. That's the most difficult sin for me to pinpoint down. Because to me, obviously, I envy all those people that have smelled these fragrances that I haven't smelled, but that I want to smell. To mention a few. Parfums de Marly, de Lena, Baccarat Rouge, 540, Lune, Feline, Portrait of a Lady. For some reason I just think that I will love all those fragrances, but my luck, I'd probably never ever sniff them. So I had to think outside the box a little bit here. Envy, okay. I envy the idea of the people that love this fragrance. They have that as their luxury signature. They make them feel really feminine and flirty and confident and businesslike. It's Coco Mademoiselle. I've really tried to love this. Okay, here it is. Out, blunt and front. This, along with allure and chance, has some kind of note in it that's very invasive to my nose. It's strong, never goes away, it's super oily and super sharp. I can't get over it. Yes, it's classy. Yes, it's quite expensive. It's quite high-end for being designer. It does smell nice on other people. I envy those that love this Chanel, because the fantasy and the dream behind this is just class, sophistication. I guess I'm that kind of girl, you know? But I want to be that woman. But I am this woman. That's the envy part. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end. And please make sure you check out my fellow fragrance reviewers' take on this, because it's all going to be different. We're all going to have different points of views, and the sense of smell is so subjective. In the bar below are links to the other fragrance reviewers, and here comes a small introduction to them. Show me your buns. Yeah, I know, it's a random pick from my camera roll. I'm pretty good at baking. Let's start with Smurfy Girly, The Centurion, Fragdicted, Rose and Jones, Mercy Scents, Scented Snowdrops, he's on Instagram, The Bureau, Nerdy Fragrance Reviews, and Sensuelle. Check them out in the box below. Press some likes, show some love, and subscribe. God's sakes. And until next time, if you accidentally sin and buy a bottle of fragrance that you don't use that much because it's pretty on your shelf, just take one sip of holy water. The next